Yes,
Okay.
yeah. She's in my advanced reading, like she goes and sees Mrs. Buckton. But I would like to know what your opinion is because I have her in my low and just see what you guys think. So my favorite thing is money. How I get money is my
Allowance.
Oh, I
Yes.
couldn't figure that out. I love it. Allowance. First, my mom says that I have to save my money to buy stuff. Next, I go shopping. Then my dad says, don't get your money. Don't forget your money. Finally, the end. Now, mommy and daddy don't have to yell. Then they yell, Hazy, to clean up your room. Do you think this was a low? I didn't really, there was no narrative to it.
You know, I think let's go through and do this and
And
see
see.
where
Let's
she
see
ends
where
up.
she
Because
falls.
Okay.
she might be high, you know, when you're reading, but that doesn't mean
Yeah,
she's gonna
no,
be
right,
high in
no,
your writing.
right.
No,
And
this-
she may be higher than you think once you go through and read
Right.
all
Okay,
this.
yeah.
I
And
think it's
so-
hard when you look at it as a whole to,
Yeah, okay. I had her in the low and I wasn't sure, and so this will be a good one to,
yeah, let's
It's
see.
funny though, think about what you're looking at here and there's the order words and things like that compared to what
Right.
we
Right.
had for a low.
Mhm.
So, but yeah, let's.
Yeah, and I
let's
don't
walk-
see her on par with that. I mean,
I don't
see
either.
her
And
with-
she even sort of has a beginning.
Yeah.
Yeah,
okay.
Let's do it.
let's
All
try
right,
it.
Let's see where she
Yes,
lands,
yes,
yes.
I'm using your pink highlighter, it's fine.
Let's see where we end up.
Okay, so overall, pre-K, the writer told a story with pictures and some writing. Kindergarten, the writer told, drew, and wrote a whole story. Grade 1, the writer wrote about when she did something. Grade 2, the writer wrote about one time when she did something. I'd say between
I would say
1 or
mid-level. I mean, cause she's,
Mid-level what?
2. Between
Between
1
one
or
and
2.
two. what,
Or even
remind
one.
me again, what did we say this was gonna look like? What did we think that would look like?
Specified
Like
that
what
it was
time
one.
of year it
Okay,
was.
okay, yeah, okay. So I don't
So
really
I'm not
feel
sure
like
she's
that's
there.
Her favorite thing is money,
Yeah.
there's
Yeah,
no
it doesn't-
specific.
It's not like she was saving for Christmas or she was saving for an event.
Yeah.
Or if she's talking about, one time going shopping.
Yeah, I
Right.
mean,
And how she got her
It's
money
just
to go
very
shopping.
General.
mhm.
So
So
I'm
grade
even
one-
thinking down here for thought process. The writer.
No, the
writer
writer
I
wrote
think
about
she
when
told about
she
when
did
she did
something. She wrote
Okay.
about when she did something,
Mhm.
how
Okay.
she, what's important to her, how she got her money, what she wanted to do with her money. I think, don't get lost in how she ended it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So, because we'll get to that. Think
Mhm.
about,
Okay,
Yeah, I think she definitely wrote about when she did something.
yeah.
okay.
So we'll go to grade 1. Alright, lead. The writer started by drawing or saying something. Kindergarten, the writer had a page that showed what happened first. Grade 1, the writer tried to make a beginning for their story. Grade 2, the writer thought about how to write a good beginning and choose a way to start her story. She chose the action, talk, or setting that would make a good beginning.
I think that's a good
I
beginning.
do
Money
too.
is
It's
my
like,
allowance.
Well,
Why-
because she's
I know.
telling you that what she likes about it and how she does it.
My favorite thing is money. I'll be curious to read about why your favorite
Yeah.
thing is money or what else
And
you
how
have
I
to
get my
say.
money is saving my allowance. I mean, she's very clear on what the paper's gonna be about.
Mhm.
Her narrative's gonna be about.
So if you don't, maybe it's
No.
not, it doesn't
I
have
was
to
thinking,
say
yeah, maybe
mid-level.
mid between grade
Oh,
1
And then
and grade 2.
highlight some of the things
What do
you
you
see
think?
in here.
I think
Maybe
this
you're
is
being-
good conversation because now I'm seeing it more than what I was,
Maybe you're just,
Originally.
Right.
yeah,
And
because
it's
we-
hard when you know the child
like
and
I
you
was,
know.
I was disappointed.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And I think your expectations
Yep.
are getting in the way of what
Yeah.
she's actually doing
Too
and what
critical.
she needs to work on.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I get it.
So I think in the middle, yeah.
Seriously, you can do more.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, that
But
was
you can
like
write
one
a
of
story.
my.
But this is gonna hone in on what she needs to do better.
Sure, and
Yeah.
that's why I wanted to do this one, so I knew
Yeah.
how.
Well, and I would look here and I would highlight some of the things she's got, because she's got some of those beginning,
to write a good beginning.
she
chose
has-
a way to start her story.
yeah,
Mhm.
you know.
She chose action.
Right, and
Yep.
she even has more than one sentence, you know, she
As a
really has a
good
beginning,
starter.
right.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay. So transitions, pre-K, the writer kept on working. Kindergarten, the writer put his parts in order. Grade 1, the writer put her parts in order. She used words such as and then, so. but she used
Which
order words.
she did,
did
she
was
said
order
First and finally, and there was another one too.
next.
Yeah.
Oh,
Finally.
first, then, and finally.
Finally, finally the end, yeah.
Yeah. So she has her order words.
Mhm.
Okay, so grade 2 would be the writer told the story in order by using words such as when, then, and after.
This is so specific here to those
Mhm.
words.
And why do you think that is? Why wouldn't, I mean,
Why is
What's
when
the
and then
difference?
and after
Yeah,
better
what-
than
what's the
first
difference?
and
so-
next and
Two
finally?
grade levels.
Maybe because in first grade you're like, and we did this, and we did this, then we did this, you know, and maybe with
But in
when
second
is more descriptive, cause it tells
a time.
when I
Well,
was
then is in
getting
both.
ready for school, I blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
I wonder if it just tells a little more detailed part,
than just like
And then,
connecting
you know,
to
And just connecting with like finally
you
next
know, or
then and
after I got my allowance, I was ready to,
Oh, okay.
you know.
Yeah.
I
So-
think it just tells a little bit
Mhm.
more.
So I
So
think
maybe
she's more
first grade there?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Ending. Pre-K, the writer's story ended. Kindergarten, the writer had a part that showed what happened last in her story. Grade 1, the writer found a way to end their story. Grade 2, the writer chose the action, talk, or feeling that would make a good ending.
You know, after thinking about this and talking with you guys, her ending, then they yell, Hazy, to clean up your room. Well, that's how she gets her allowance. That's how she gets her
I
money.
know, she
And then
is
she
really
goes,
kind of, there's
yeah,
the
she has
feeling.
a feeling where
She has the feeling in it.
Yeah.
I mean, she did
So,
a,
I mean, it's kind of
Right.
like a circle story.
Yeah.
Mhm.
like it could
Comes
keep going.
back
Yes.
to-
And she
yeah.
could
Because
keep
I go and I
going.
spend
Right.
my money and I love money and now,
Now I have to
gotta
clean
go
again.
do my
I
job
think-
and I
get
think
my
just
allowance.
this sentence, finally the end, is throwing it off.
Mhm.
Yeah,
But
And
she
this
has
is
a good
why-
ending.
Mhm.
It's good for us to have them read it to us,
Yeah.
so we
So she
can
can-
ask questions
Yeah.
and maybe clarify, so when
Uh-huh.
and maybe we need to make sure we do that the day that they turn it in before we do this.
yeah, okay.
And we can jot little notes down,
Yep.
Mhm.
read it fine, or,
Well, and
Maybe
some of
not
them might
post it.
read with some feeling too, right at the very
Right.
end.
Mm-hmm.
And you could put it, you know, put
Right.
feeling.
Mhm.
She had feeling. I
Yeah.
mean, I think she did a good job with it.
Right.
Yeah, after thinking about the allowance and the cleaning
Right.
the room.
I
Okay,
think-
so
I mean, she has all the parts for the second grade.
she chose the action, talk, or feeling that would make a good ending.
Yeah.
So what do you think? Well, I was just like, this is not a narrative, it's not a story. But, you know, talking through it,
it's good
Yeah.
conversation.
it is. Yeah.
I think
So do you
she's
think
higher.
second or mid-level?
I almost wonder if maybe you need to have her read this back to you and
Okay.
tell a little bit before you fill that out.
Right.
Okay.
Because
See what
there
To
her
will-
see
feelings
how
are.
she
Because
reads
maybe
it.
she was like, oh, it was the end, and maybe she did mean to end it here, and then just was like, okay, there's more time, I guess I better write some more.
Yeah,
Mhm.
now.
You don't know.
Yeah.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's
Okay.
true.
So we'll just leave that one for now.
Okay.
So organization, pre-K, on the writer's paper, there was a place for drawing and a place where she was